Core concepts. Speak AI's language. Let's unlock the full potential of AI by understanding how it thinks and how to communicate effectively with it. The core concepts include prompts, tokens, context windows, as well as temperature. Have you ever asked AI a question and the answer was confusing, or it cut you off halfway? That's not because your AI is broken, it's because it has its own way of thinking, and once you understand a few simple rules, you'll know how to talk to AI in a way that gives you much better results. So as you can see, AI was asked a question: who invented the telephone? The answer to this is the telephone was invented in 1876 by Alexander Graham Bell and his assistant Thomas Edison. So Edison had nothing to actually do with this, however it dragged Edison in as it associates him during that time period. However, this is a great example of a classic hallucination, when AI classically hallucinates and brings in information that is not necessarily relevant to the answer. So let's start with prompts. A prompt is simply the instruction you give to AI. Here's the difference between a good and a bad prompt. So a bad prompt is vague, writing something about business. A good prompt is specific. Write a 3-paragraph LinkedIn post about the time management for small business owners in a confident but friendly tone. See the difference? The clearer the prompt, the clearer the answer. Think of prompts as the way you talk to AI. The better you talk, the better it listens. Next are tokens. AI doesn't read the words the way we do. It breaks them down into chunks, called tokens. For example, the word fantastic might become 2 tokens, fan and tastic. Why does this matter? Because AI can only use a certain number of tokens at a time. If it runs out, your answer cuts off. The easiest way to picture tokens is Lego blocks. AI builds a sentence one Lego piece at a time. Now let's talk about the context window. This is basically AI's short-term memory. AI can only remember so many tokens at a time. If you paste in a huge document, the AI may forget the start as it focuses on the end. That's why shorter, more focused instructions work best. And if you have a big task, break it into smaller steps so the AI doesn't lose track. Finally, let's look at temperature. Temperature is the AI's creativity dial. At a low temperature, it gives you a safe, predictable answer. At a high temperature, it takes more risks and gets more creative. Here is an example. The same prompt is used here. Write a headline for a blog about healthy eating. The low temperature answer to this are tips for healthy eating every day. The high temperature answer for this is eat like a superhero, unlocking the power of healthy foods. Same prompt, different temperature. Low is steady, high is bold and imaginative. So as you can see here, we have you can see a screenshot of what I explained previously. So here is the low temperature, predictable and safe answer. So here the prompt is write a headline for a blog about healthy eating. So the AI's response is low temperature, tips for healthy eating every day, a guide to better nutrition. This is straightforward, safe and repetitive. The high temperature or creative and varied answer, with the same prompt, write a headline for a blog about healthy eating. The AI's response, high temperature this time, is fuel your life, 7 surprising secrets to healthy eating. From junk food to joy food, a fresh take on eating well. So as you can see, this example or answer here is more colorful, unique, and sometimes off track but creative. So here's the takeaway. If you understand prompts, tokens, context window, and temperature, you can start to speak AI's language. That means clearer answers, fewer mistakes, and more control over your results. And in the next module, we'll focus on how you can use AI safely and smartly so you can get all the benefits without the risks.